Hi, Right Writers. Cruz here. Thank you so much for joining me. In this video, we are going to be looking at the Oxford Test of English. And as you can see, Right Writers, I am in their demo section where we can actually practice their tests. And they have multiple parts of the test based on just what I saw on this page. For their Oxford Test of English proficiency test, they have a speaking section, a listening section, a reading section, and a writing section. And so you can take the individual parts or you can take the whole test. Because this channel is focused predominantly on writing, we're going to be focused on the writing module here. So I'm going to go ahead and click the module and see what this has in store for us. So it tells us here that there are two parts in the writing module. We will answer all the questions, and the clock shows us rather, how much time we have to answer the questions, and that we cannot change our answers after we go on to the next section. So if I click on this part, well, I was going to just click on that, Right Writers, and you can see the two parts here, but it looks like the writing module just sort of launches us right into the part. So the first part is part one, and so let's take a look. Okay, it looks like the timer starts right away. So we have 20 minutes to write an email. Write 80 to 130 words. And it says you recently had a party in a room at a sports center. First, read the email from Helen Maxwell, the Sports Center manager. Then write an email to Miss Maxwell, including the three notes you have made. So, this is the email we received from Helen Maxwell. And it says, Dear customer, thank you for having your party at the Greenway Sports Center party room last week. I would like to ask you some questions about it. How did you find out about the party room at Greenway Sports Center? And then it says, say how. And then it says, what things did you like about having your party here? Then give details. And then I want to improve the service we provide for parties. Do you have any suggestions? And then make some suggestions. Kind regards, Helen Maxwell. So we definitely want to make sure we address all three parts of this. So let's go ahead and get this email started. Please keep in mind, Right Writers, when it says 80 to 130 words, that's definitely letting me know that I do not want to exceed 130 words. And so I really want to maintain integrity with respect to what Oxford wants. They want 80 to 130 words, no more, no less. So let's go ahead and get started. So I definitely want to make sure I address the manager's name. So I'm going to go ahead and say, Dear Miss Maxwell. And I want to appreciate that she even had a follow up email regarding our experience. I think that is something that I'm noticing is I'm seeing less and less from, from individuals or from um, venue owners or venue providers. So I think it's great that they, sent a follow up email. So I want to sound appreciative. So, dear Miss Maxwell, um, and instead of saying a thank you back, just saying something like, we appreciate that you took the time to send us a follow up email regarding our experience at the Greenway Sports Center. And notice, Right Writers, how it's adjusting. Even the Oxford English test lets you know that you spelt a word wrong. So that's really nice to see. Regarding our experience at the Greenway Sports Center. So, to answer the first question, how did you find out about the party room? To answer your first question, and again, we sort of have to make this upright writers because we don't know the circumstances. But I mean, thinking about your own experience, how would you find out about something like this? I think the first thing I would do is probably search online, and then I would also look at the reviews. So for me, that's how I would respond to this. To answer your first question, we discovered the party room during an online search. In addition, we read the reviews posted by previous guests. Hey, notice, right, writers, how I'm being brief right now because if I need to add words, I can always do that later. With respect to your second question, so again, what are some things that you might appreciate about a party? Having a party room, I think for me, there are two things that come to mind is making sure that there are enough restrooms and making sure, you know, having maybe a place where you can be inside a room but also outside and maybe when places have decks and things like that. So I always appreciate when a party can go both inside and outside. So I'm going to go ahead and create that experience. So with respect to your second question, um, what did you like about having your party here? We appreciated that our party guests were able to mingle in both an indoor and outdoor setting. In both an indoor and outdoor setting. Furthermore, notice the transition words, right, writers? Furthermore, having sufficient restrooms was a furthermore having sufficient restrooms, and I was going to put was a big plus, but I may want to sound a little bit more formal. So furthermore having sufficient restrooms was significant benefit. With respect to your second question, we appreciated that our party guests were able to mingle in both an indoor and outdoor setting. Furthermore, having sufficient restrooms was another significant benefit. And then it says, do you have any suggestions on how to improve the service we provide for parties? To address your third question, yes, we do have some suggestions to improve your party services. And I'm again, right, writers, just sort of going on. I'm already at 95 words and I have 130 to go. So not many, not much more. I have about obviously 35 words remaining here. So I was thinking about when you go to a party, sometimes at a venue, two things you want to make sure you have, if especially if you're the guest, you want to make sure that there's enough parking. And then also, if you're the person giving the party, you want to make sure that there are enough trash bins to collect all the trash so that again people have a place to put their trash when they're at an event. And again, bathrooms are definitely another one. So I think I'm going to focus on those two. So that's what I'm going to add here. To address your third question, yes, we do have some suggestion to improve your party services. It would be great if more parking. It would be great if guests had more parking options, or if guests had more parking spaces. And then finally, more trash bins, more garbage bins. And I don't know what's which word is better, garbage or trash, but finally, more garbage bins would have been helpful, would have been appreciated. So, right, writers, here we are. We're at 113 words. We've got 8 minutes remaining. So, at this point, I want to go ahead and go back and just make sure that everything is flowing well as far as this email. Dear Miss Maxwell, we appreciate that you took the time to send us a follow-up email regarding our experience at the Greenway Sports Center. To answer your first question, we discovered the party room during an online search. In addition, we read the reviews posted by previous guests. With respect to your second question, we appreciated that our party guests were able to mingle in both an indoor and outdoor setting. To mingle, and I think it sounds a little bit weird. So, to mingle and lounge in both indoor and outdoor settings. To mingle and lounge in both indoor and outdoor settings. Furthermore, having sufficient restrooms was another significant benefit. To address your third question, yes, we do have some suggestions to improve your party services. And I think I can take out party. Your services. It would be great if guests had more parking spaces. It would be great if guests had more parking spaces available for use. Finally, more garbage bins would have been appreciated. During the post party cleanup. Okay. Finally, more garbage bins would have been appreciated during the after party cleanup. Thank you again for following up. Thank you again for checking. And I'm at 130 words, right, writers? I've got 4 minutes remaining, so I'm just sort of thinking how to wrap this up. I definitely want to thank her again for checking in on us. So thank you again for, and I'm going to go ahead and put my how I'm going to end it. And I'm going to put respectfully yours. Again, that's going to be part of the word count, right, writers? It looks like here. So respectfully yours. And then, of course, I'm going to put right writer cruise. So I'm at 130 right now, and I still want to sort of finish up this last sentence. And I think I'm going to take out that yes, because I can just say we do, to address your third question, we do have some suggestions to improve your services. It would be great if guests had more parking spaces available for use. Finally, more garbage bins would have been appreciated during the after party cleanup. Thank you again for So going back with two words remaining, this is where the hard part comes in, right, writers? I've got 3 minutes. So we appreciate that you took the time to send us a follow up email regarding our experience. So thank you again for, thank you again for asking about our experience. And I am at 132 words. So, right, writers, I have to take out 2 words. I've got 2 minutes to do it. So, I'm looking at the top sentence here. We appreciate that you took the time to send us a follow up email. We appreciate, and I'm just going to say, we appreciate that you sent us a follow up email regarding our experience at the Greenway Sports Center. Okay, so perfect. I'm at 100, and I'm going to go ahead and say that thank you again for asking about our party experience. Respectfully yours. Perfect. Right Rider Cruise. All right, 1 minute remaining, Right Riders. Let's take it from the top. Dear Miss Maxwell, we appreciate that you sent us a follow up email regarding our experience at the Greenway Sports Center. To answer your first question, we discovered the party room during an online search. In addition, we read the reviews posted by previous guests. With respect to your second question, we appreciated that our party guests were able to mingle and lounge in both indoor and outdoor settings. Furthermore, having sufficient restrooms was another significant benefit. To address your third question, we do have some suggestions to improve your services. It would be great if guests had more parking spaces available for use. Finally, more garbage bins would have been appreciated during the after party cleanup. Thank you again for asking about our party experience. Respectfully yours, Right Rider Cruise. All right, so Right Riders, that's what I have here with respect to our email. And again, notice how it's right between 80 130 words. I always like to go right to the end, Right Riders. And let's sort of see, we have 20 minutes, 5 seconds remaining, and let's see what happens, if it takes us to the next part or what sort of goes down. Okay, so yeah, I had a feeling they're jumping us right into writing part two. So with that, Right Riders, I'm going to stop this video. And it looks like for our next video installment, we're going to have 2 minutes to choose a question. And it says choose one of the questions below. You have 2 minutes to choose. And then it says after 2 minutes, the computer chooses a question for you. So definitely one of two. And it looks like we have a review or an essay. So I'm not even going to look at any of this. I'm putting my hands over the prompts, Right Writers, and I'm going to say thank you so much for watching this video, Right Writers. And again, this was the practice writing test for the Oxford Test of English. Looking forward to this writing section part two, and completing this with you all for our next video installment. If you have any suggestions, Right Writers, for future videos, please let me know so that I can practice them with you all. Thank you again, Right Writers, for supporting this channel. Cruise out. Love you guys again. Bye bye.